What's up, guys? We're in this live stream. Gonna let some people get in to this video. Let them file in here real quick. So we're just gonna wait for a little bit. How's your days going for everybody? We're gonna be talking about who should be for the Rams quarterback this video or this live stream, but we're just gonna let some people file in, like I said, so we can get some discussions going on about what they think. So let's just give them a little bit of time. Hey Jared, hey Football Edits. Hi, I'm not Jonas. How's your day going? Yeah, to some people this may be like a face reveal, like Football Edit said in there, but I have had a few other videos where I actually have my face revealed in the videos. Um, but yeah, today we're going to be talking about who should be the Rams quarterback. Let me know down below what who do you think that you would want to see and why, so we can get some discussion going on. Um, Also, I have a question. Who are you going for in the playoffs this weekend? Who do you want to win and go into the Super Bowl, and why? Yeah, football edits. I hope they get Deshaun Watson too. I don't know if that's going to be very possible, I would say, but again, like I said in my video, I want them to get Deshaun Watson because I think that they could definitely be a Super Bowl contender if they get that plus a good defense. You guys want Bills Packers in the Super Bowl, Bills Bucks. A lot of people are going for the Bills this week. I'm also going for the Bills. I want to see them win a Super Bowl just because the Rams are right now. I want to see them win a Super Bowl just because they've never won a Super Bowl. I kind of feel bad for their fan base, so I want them to win this. Also, guys, how's the audio doing? 'Cause I just have my headphones. I don't know how it's going through on the mic. I just want to know what it sounds like just because it's the first stream. Jared says, if Bills versus Packers, I'm picking Bills to win. Yeah, I think if the Bills have a good enough defense in the end, if they end up playing the Packers, they can definitely win because I think their offense is good enough definitely to win. And if that defense shows up, that would be crazy. They could win that Super Bowl. Michael has the Chiefs and the Packers. Let's see. Michael, you think that John Wolford should be quarterback? I think that if we don't pick up anybody in the free agency or trade for anybody or draft anybody, I think we should try to at least start Wolford in week one to see how he does. Because, in my opinion, the thing about Wolford is that he has the mentality like he doesn't really, I guess, say get scared under pressure. He actually does a lot better under pressure, in my opinion, and the fact that he can run just adds another element. And I think that McVay does like that. So I think that if we don't pick up anybody, I agree with you. We should definitely pick up Wolford. Yeah, I'm sad to see Brandon Staley go, though. That's kind of sad. I wish him the best with the Chargers, obviously, but I hope that we're still the better LA team in the end. And I think that would be a great game. I wish we had if we were playing the Chargers next year, but we aren't playing them because I think that would be a good matchup. I'm not Jonas. Yeah, I think that the big problem with Goff is his confidence is low, but also he does get scared under the pressure because we don't see him throw those deep balls anymore, and that's the frustrating thing in my opinion. We don't see those deep balls that he used to in 2018, 2017, and even some in 2019. Not too many, but we used to throw the deep balls all the time, and I think we saw with Wolford when he was in there, he had more confidence to run, and he also did throw it. So. Yeah, I agree with Jared that Chargers need to go back to San Diego. I don't there's no hatred towards the Chargers. Obviously, I don't like how we're sharing a stadium with them, but I think that they belong more in San Diego than they do in LA. Yeah, Michael, I do think that Watson is good. I want him a lot. I think he's good with a lot of systems, and I think he could be even better in some other systems than he was with the Texans, which is just scary to think about any other teams who would play against him. That would be scary. When did I start blowing up on YouTube? In my opinion, I don't really think I blew up, but my channel definitely got a lot more subscribers. I think it was between, Because I was like at 40, I think, in May of last year. I think between that, when the Rams revealed their uniforms, to about now, and then lately, since about, I think about when we had figured out Wolford was going to start, that really started to blow up just because I started making more videos about that and more people watched. Yeah, Michael Wolford does run the ball a lot. Yeah, Jared, I think that I don't want Deshaun Watson to go to San Francisco or New England. I wouldn't mind if he went to the Patriots as much, although I don't like when they're a dynasty because we already saw a lot of that. But I really hope he doesn't go to the 49ers because imagine having Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson all in your division and having to try to win that division. That would just be crazy. I'm not Jonas, Robert Woods, or Cup. I think that they're both different types of players. They're both great after the catch, obviously. I think Cup is a better route runner, and they don't really drop too many things for him to go deep. I would say I love Woods a lot, but I would say Cup is just a little bit better because of that route running that he has. And since he's not as far in his career as Robert Woods is, I like Cup better. Here's a question. What would you guys rather have at quarterback for the Rams, Trey Lance or Deshaun Watson? Because I would say Watson just because of the experience and everything. But if it was Wolford or Lance, I would like to try with Lance. Yeah, I'm not just I'm not Jonas Watson, Inferno Productions Watson, Michael Watson. Yeah, I agree with that. I think his experience would help, but if it was between Goff or Lance or Wolford or Lance, I'd like to try Lance. Along with the Rams, do you like the Dodgers, Lakers, LA Kings too? Um, Jared, I do like the Rams, obviously, and the Clippers are actually my favorite basketball team. Don't ask me why. I don't know that I just always like them better than the Lakers. And the Dodgers I like, but I also like the St. Louis Cardinals in baseball. I don't really watch too much baseball, but I like them because they're from St. Louis. Oh, good question, Inferno Productions. Cam Akers better than Gurley. I mean, right now it's kind of hard to tell because we only saw like pretty much half a year of Cam Akers. He didn't really start until like the end of the year, so it's kind of hard to tell. But I'll say this, Cam Akers doesn't have the burst that Gurley had and doesn't have the speed that he has, but he does have that ability to make men miss, and I think he's a bit of a power back too that helps get through. So again, it's kind of hard to tell early on. I think, like I said, Gurley may break off more or may have broken off more of those long runs, like 90-yard runs, whatever. But Akers is better for that elusiveness and power. Yeah, I'm not Jonas. I agree. We do need an O line and a better QB. I think if we had a great O line like we did in 2018, Goff would have more success just because he would have a lot more time. What I find with him is you need a good offensive line and a great running back. You need a lot of things to go right for Goff to succeed. So I agree. Josh Reynolds or Van Jefferson? I definitely say Van Jefferson. I want to see more of him. We did not see him much this season in the Rams. I want to see more of him next year, and I think we will. I think we're going to let Josh Reynolds walk, so I definitely prefer Jefferson because from what the people are saying, he's pretty much like a pro already, and being a rookie, that's going to help. I think he's great at route running, and we haven't seen too much of what he does after the catch because they just didn't throw him the ball much because he wasn't in much. What do you think our new uniform editions will look like? I did make a video about this for one. I think one this year I want this to happen, and I think they're gonna do this. They're gonna make, I'm pretty sure, an all yellow like a color rush like they had, but like the soul color with the blue numbers and then like the bone numbers, if you know what I'm talking about, like on the bone jersey with the blue. I think that's what we're gonna have. NFC Championship Packers over Bucks, Championship Bills over Chiefs, and Super Bowl 55 Bills over Packers. Yeah, those are some good predictions. It's definitely going to be fun playoffs this week. This week. Mm, we're going to talk about the quarterbacks pretty soon, guys. About who we prefer. We're just again letting a few more people get in here, so we can just be talking about sports right now. Um, imagine a Rams. Imagine the Rams get black uniforms. That'd be crazy. I know that's not gonna happen. That would be crazy though to get. I think that would be cool because I think we'd. No, the Ravens have black uniforms actually, and the Falcons. We wouldn't be the only ones to get them, but I think that would be cool if we got black with like gold numbers. That would be cool. I'm not Jonas. You want the old uniforms? Like which ones? The throwback ones or the white ones, or just like all of them? Either black or very dark gray uniforms for the Rams. Oh, Jonas, you want the ones in 2018? Yeah, I like those. I think that if we stuck with that and branched off with a couple new ones, I would like that. But I think the thing I didn't like about the 2018 ones was it seemed like besides the color rush, we only just had two that we would wear. And this one we seem to be mixing and matching a lot more. But I don't really like the gradient number much. You want to see the Chiefs and the Packers go to the Super Bowl? Hmm. Will I watch the Fan Control Football League in February? Yeah, I'll probably check it out. I want to see what it's about. I think that's a smart idea to make a fan controlled football league because I think that's just a fun way to do it. AD or J or TJ Watt. I think you know what I'm gonna say here, and it may be because I'm biased, but I like AD. In my opinion, he gets double teamed and triple teamed way more, and not just my opinion. He does get double teamed and triple teamed a lot more in the NFL, and the fact that he can still produce and also help players grow and produce even more themselves, I think that would be. I definitely like Aaron Donald. Um, how long have you been a Rams fan, and what made you a fan? Good question, Jared. I've been a Rams fan my whole life, and I like them because I was born in St. Louis, and I stuck with them in those bad St. Louis days, and then they moved to Los Angeles, and I stuck with him. At the time, I really didn't like how they moved from St. Louis, but I'm always going to be a fan no matter what they do, so I'll support them whichever way. I want to know also below, how did you guys become fans, and who's your favorite Rams player? Inferno Productions, you were born in St. Louis too? That's awesome. Yeah, is that why you're a Rams fan, or are you a Rams fan, or are you just here for the channel? I think if you're able to make it through the St. Louis times of of the Rams, that then you can pretty much make it through everything. Like going 4-12, like all those bad seasons they had, that was tough to watch. And a lot of the times they weren't even on TV for me. It was just a lot of the game of the weeks, and I would literally watch the scoreboard on the NFL site, and until the end of the game. At the time, I would always be disappointed, and I always thought we could still win a Super Bowl. So I'm always going to be a Rams fan. Uh, you've been a Rams fan your whole life, Inferno Productions. Thanks, Among Us fam. Love your content, bro. I really appreciate it. As Jared says, as an LA as LA fans before they came back, I was so lost in choosing my team in football. Yeah. Oh, Darkness, you're at the Rams home game in St. Louis. What game was it? Uh, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, so sorry if I'm not, but Vivek Shah, how long are you gonna be streaming? I don't know. We'll play it out. I just want to interact with you guys. See what do you guys think of these streams? Because I don't know if I should be doing more of them, but I definitely do like to interact with you guys rather than just posting a video and just have that one-sided conversation, then just react in the comments. My dad is from LA, but he used to be a Redskins fan. Yeah, what do you guys think of the change of names to the football team? I think it's kind of weird, but I see why they did it, but I just think it's kind of weird. I hope that they choose the Red Wolves as their name. Rich Roll 90. My dad was I'm gonna read it as I see it. My dad grew up watching with him and Cooper Cup because his route running ability, the way he moves. Yeah. Among Us fam, yeah, I am 44 away from 1K. I'm really excited for that, but I do want more subscribers, obviously, because I just want to keep growing and everything. But you guys are really the reason why I do this. To get that interaction and to get that content, see that you guys enjoy it, is what makes me keep going. So I appreciate that. Michael says, I've been a Rams fan for my whole life. I love the Rams. I'll love them no matter what they do. I don't leave my favorite. I don't have a favorite player. I love them all. Yeah, I completely agree. I obviously like I'm wearing my Ramsey jersey. I like Aaron Donald a lot, and I do like Jalen Ramsey a lot. They're like my top two. I think Robert Woods is definitely underrated, so that's why he's on my profile picture. I went to a 2013 Rams versus Cardinals home game. That's crazy. That must have been a good one to watch. I think just I've never been to a Rams game, and I want whenever it opens back up, it'd be expensive, obviously, but I would want to go to a Rams home game or just a Rams game because I've never been in that experience, and I just want to go see that rather than just watching it. No, it's fine, Ritual 90. Oh, Darkness, 2015 Rams versus Bucks in St. Louis. I remember that game actually. I remember because the Rams weren't on much since that was a Thursday night game. I was so thrilled, and I was so happy to see how many points they were dumping on. Wasn't it like, correct me if I'm off to like a blowout lead, and then I remember the Bucks started making a comeback. I was like, no, don't blow this, and I think that could have been one of my most memorable games since I was a Rams fan when they were in St. Louis. I've been a Rams fan since 2014. I saw those horns on the helmet and got hooked. At that time, my favorite player to watch was James Laurinaitis, but my favorite player is Steven Jackson or Night Rain. Night Train. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Night Train, but I am familiar with Steven Jackson and James Laurinaitis. Yeah, the horns on the helmet. What do you guys think of it being divided up like that instead of like their old horn? What do you think of that? At first, I didn't really like it, but it's kind of growing on me, which I think is what they wanted. But I do like the colors of their helmets. Would you rather have 2017 or 2018 offense or this year's defense? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd probably take the 2017, 27 or 2017, 2018 offense because it with our defense being so strong this year, you saw in the end we needed more offense. Obviously, against the Packers, it was kind of difficult because the Packers scored so much and our defense didn't really show up like they usually do. But I'd probably prefer that because it's just an offensive league, an offensive game lately. I feel like when we got Jalen Ramsey, that was so uncalled for. What do you mean? Like you were surprised when we got him, or I have Clay Matthews, Aaron Donald, Jared Goff, and Todd Gurley jersey. Yeah, I have a Jalen Ramsey, Jared Goff, and Todd Gurley jersey. I want to get Aaron Donald. I'm just not sure if 99 would look good on me. Like with my body shape and everything. Like I'm more of a thinner type person. I don't know what it would look like. So, Rams tickets aren't too expensive. I went to 3 games 2019, all for around $20 a ticket. Oh, that's surprising. But are you sure in SoFi that it would be that price? Because I would also have to fly to Los Angeles. I live in Colorado actually. I'd rather have 2017 2018 offense because our defense wasn't bad those years, but not elite. Yeah, true. Another question: what do you think about that missed call in the championship round against the Saints? Here's what I think, and I say this to a lot of Saints fans who bring that up. Um, Obviously that should have been a penalty, but if Roby Coleman turned around, he could pick that off. And even more importantly, when it went into overtime, the Saints had the possession where they could have put away the game by getting a touchdown or getting a field goal and stopping the Rams. And the thing is, our pressure came, Fowler hit it, and Johnson picked it off. So the Saints had their chance to win that game. Again, the uncalled pass interference definitely was wrong, but the Saints had their chance to win the game and they couldn't put it away. Do you believe that the NFL should go 32 teams to 40 teams for new teams? St. Louis, San Antonio, Orlando, Toronto, and other cities would work. I personally just like the 32 team league. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I just don't think that there would be too many fan bases from there. Maybe St. Louis because they're just missing the team and everything, and they just want a sports team, an NFL team in there. I don't think I would like that too much, but who knows? Yeah, Ritual 90 says, yeah, it was because we had got rid of Brandon Cooks at the same time. Among Us fam, we can't trade Michael Brockers, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey, Robert Woods, Cam Akers, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Tyler Higbee, Troy Hill, or Darius Williams. What's up, Daddy Dino? I agree with you, Among Us. Although I don't think that we can re-sign I don't think we can resign Troy Hill, Darius Williams, and Leonard Floyd all together. I wouldn't mind to see Tyler Higbee go, but we'd obviously have to have a replacement for him. It seemed like Tyler Higbee was injured most of the year. Mm. If they were to go to 34, I'd go Portland and St. Louis would be the next two St. Louis JV AFC, Portland and AFC. Yeah, makes sense. Yes, sir, face game. Hmm. Hmm. What do you guys think should be the Rams' new uniforms this upcoming year? Like, what do you want the colors to be and what it looks like? What do you think it would be? Because again, I'm thinking of the all yellow or soul color rush with blue numbers like they have on their bone jersey, and then obviously just the normal helmet. Helmet. Yeah, Cooper, I like the uniforms too. At first, well, actually, I made videos on this. At first, I was a little bit confused in the direction they went. I don't really like the patch on it, but it grew on me a lot. Thanks, Dan the Ram fan. Keep up the good work, young man. I appreciate it. All-in Adventures, all out with blue numbers. That's what I say too. Because I did like their color rush that they had before they changed uniforms. Now, Cooper, you think that the uniforms that grew on you too? Were you not a fan of them when they came out? Yeah, Daddy, I know. The all white were pretty cool, and I did like the uniforms that they wore in the championship game against the Saints that were the white with the dark helmet. I liked those too. How about okay, Jared says, how about St. Louis and NFC West, San Antonio and NFC South, Orlando and NFC East, and Toronto and AFC East, and more to name. Again, I wouldn't mind it for the cities as much, or I wouldn't mind that for them to get a team, but I'm not sure I like the idea of the NFL extending with more teams. Yeah, Inferno Productions, you like the throwback? Answer to your question, anybody but Goff. I agree with you. I mean, I think the frustrating thing with Goff is we know he can do it and he can play well because we've seen that. And a lot of people are just confused why, including me. I mean, I kind of know why he's struggling, but why he's struggling now, it's just kind of frustrating because it's not like this is the way he's played his whole career. His rookie year was bad, but that was just because of Jeff Fisher. But we know he can play well. I guess he just needs a lot of weapons around him. Uh, London Adventure says, I'm gonna say the Rams go 12-4 next year, losing the conference championship. I hope they don't lose in there, but 12-4 is a good record, definitely. I'm saying right now 10-6, maybe 11-5. St. Louis should be AFC South. I'm not sure what that word says. They're near Indy and Houston, Nashville. Oh yeah, in my honest opinion. Okay. I just loved the uniforms they wore in the Super Bowl, and it took me a while to get used to them. Yeah, off a simple answer, Wolf is trash, can't throw, Bryce is inexperienced. Yeah, I think with Wolford, if he gets his accuracy up well, he could be a dangerous quarterback because he can run and he has that mental thing where he doesn't get scared under the pressure. I think he only took one sack in his start against the Cardinals. Do you think Sam Darnold is better than Goff? It just depends on what system they're in. The hard thing is we haven't really seen Sam Darnold in a good system, so it's hard to judge off of that. So I'd want to see that first before I can make my decision. Goff is inconsistent at times. He looks elite, other times he looks trash. Yeah, I agree. Okay, think about it. He has the second most wins since entering the league. Goff is the simple answer. I mean, that's true. I think if he gets back to what he used to be doing with his confidence up and even maybe playing with a chip on his shoulder, because he does seem to play better like that, that he should get back to what he was. But I think we also do need a speedy, deep threat receiver like Brandon Cooks, because we don't have too many fast guys. Inferno, you say that the Rams go 11-5 or 10-6. Completely agree. I hope we get our revenge on the Packers next season. I don't remember if they're on their schedule. If they aren't, it would have to be in the postseason, but I'd be all for that. There should be a playoff or a 16-team playoff format next year and no top seeds getting buys. Hmm, maybe. I do like the playoffs being longer and having more games. I definitely like that. Tika Taka, or I don't know how you pronounce the name. I only want Watson. If not, stick with Goff. Yeah, I think that if we don't get anybody and they don't want to use Wolford, use Goff on a short leash. And if he starts playing poorly, I think they'll definitely switch him out with Wolford. Mm, do you think we will get Watson? And it's hard to tell. I don't think that there's a super high chance. I'm not saying it can't be pulled off, but it just seems like a low chance of us getting Watson. But there's definitely packages we can put together to get him. We just would need to get Goff onto another team. Goff is the answer. The main reason why he's struggling is because he needs a deep threat wide receiver, better play calling. We we have a chance to win a Super Bowl with him. It's possible. Yeah, I agree with what you said. I think he also needs a great pocket and a good protection. Do you think Deshaun stays with the Texans? I don't think he wants to stay with the Texans. It depends on if they somehow hold him back. I don't think he's going to stay with them though. I think Wolford is a great QB because he runs the ball. I'm gonna assume you meant to say he runs the ball. Goff will be good if he runs the ball. I agree. Because Goff is very one-dimensional and very indecisive if he wants to throw it or actually run it. So that's another problem with him. Goff definitely needs competition. Yeah, he does because I think if he starts getting frustrated and he wants his spot back, he could definitely play and get his spot back because he knows that it's not just so easy to keep his position. Nice Dodgers hat. Thank you. Goff was mobile in college. What happened to him? He was mobile in college? I didn't notice that. I think he can run, but it's just weird. He just seems very indecisive when he's running it. If we get a better O line, I feel like Goff will play really well because when he has pressure, he just gives up. That's true. Or he tries to do too much with it, like just throws it into, and it could be an interception. Goff doesn't run, he just takes sacks. Oh my gosh, that's so true. I mean, if you guys go back and watch that divisional game of the Rams versus Cowboys, where it was Gurley and Anderson going off, on that last drive where they had to put it away, he was actually the one who got the first down by running and spinning off and getting the first down. So that's like the only time I can think of him running it and winning the game that way. Mhm. I appreciate the 20 likes on the stream, guys, by the way. Appreciate that. Divisional, Dallas isn't in our division. I know. I was talking about 2018 playoffs, the divisional round, when we played them. And then CJ Anderson went off with Todd Gurley. Do you think we're a Super Bowl team? I think we definitely were this year. We just needed a good offense. Same thing for next year. If we get our offense figured out and we get to at least scoring like 24 to 30 points a game, plus a good defense, who knows what we'll get out of Raheem Morris, but we'll definitely be Super Bowl team. We never get an easy schedule. Yeah, that's true. Goff is only good at running whenever it's a QB sneak. Yeah, I was confused when McVay called that QB sneak with Goff when he had his broken thumb. I was really confused why he called that. Do you think you guys should pick up Dak? Um, I don't think we will, and I don't think that we should necessarily. He is good, but I don't think that we should. I hope next year is the Rams' house year. Yeah, me too. Okay, I'll do what Among Us fan wants. Okay, 2021, we have to play the whole AFC South and NFC North. Isn't the NFC North, don't they have the Packers, Lions, Vikings, and Bears? Pretty sure. Because I don't think the Lions, Vikings, or or the Bears should be hard. I think it's crazy how we seem to play the Bears like every single year now. It's been like ever since that game where the Bears made Jared Goff look like absolute trash when he was actually really good. Um, I feel like we've played him like every year. Raheem Morris has experience of getting fired and being the 29th offense in the league, so good luck, Rams defense. Yeah, we'll see what he does. I think if when he has guys like Jalen Ramsey or Aaron Donald, that should help him out compared to the Falcons defense. But the Falcons have good defensive players too, and they went 29th, so hard to tell. We used to play the Saints all the time. Yeah, we did. Rams own the Bears. We do. That Monday night game this year was fun to watch. We need our offense to get in the end zone, but we definitely got a Super Bowl team. I agree in it. I don't know what happened to the Vikings. They were good 2 years ago, not this year. They were bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I think you got to find an answer at quarterback too. That's a little bit better. Maybe same situation as Rams where you want more of a mobile guy. I don't know, but I think that could help your team because you have a great running back, great receivers. I'm not sure how good your offensive line is, but your defense can play too. I was hoping that the Vikings would play well against the Seahawks. Um, do you think there is a team that did horrible this season but will do better next season? Um, it depends. If the 49ers get Deshaun Watson, I definitely could put them into the conversation, but I also think that they could be good despite like what happened just because the 49ers had a lot of injuries, so Mhm. How did you think about my Raiders trade theory? Um, what do you mean? Rams O just needs to help their D is what mostly keeps them in games. That's true. The head logo should be the main logo. Yeah, I got that behind me. I like the head logo a lot better than the LA one. And I also like the one up there too. That logo, yeah. I wish Breeze retires so we don't have to worry about those guys. Yeah, I think he's gonna retire. What was your favorite Rams game of this year? Mine is the Cards 38-28. Mine was the Patriots game. That Thursday night was fun because my brother came back down from Florida to visit us, and then that he came that night. We were all able to watch the game, and it was fun to watch their revenge with the Rams getting their revenge on them. Do you think 49ers will be good in 2021? I do, especially if they get Watson. It depends on what they have at quarterback, but when their team's healthy, if you think about it, they beat the Rams twice this year with a bad team. I shouldn't say bad team, but a lot of guys were injured, so I think they'll be good. Mm. I think the Jets get Sean and Allen Robinson for some reason. Yeah, I bet no one here knows the entire roster of the Rams. Ep, I'm not sure how to pronounce your username, but Epic Ep11 Gaming. Your favorite game was the Bucks one. That was fun. I was glad to see it. Jordan Fuller get the 2 picks in that game. My first Rams game was when we played the Chiefs in the Coliseum. Best game. Yeah, that's my favorite game I've ever watched for sure. When I watched it at home, I think it was cool because it was around the holiday season. Um, and then we were getting ready to get some Thanksgiving, or we just got back from getting the Thanksgiving ingredients. I remember seeing a lot of Rams fans, which is uncommon in Colorado. Saw a lot of Rams fans there, came home and watched the game, and that was definitely my favorite game. Not a bad game to have your first one at the Coliseum too. Oh, was Donald happy after Rams versus Patriots? Yeah, he was. That was definitely fun to watch. Jalen Ramsey was bragging on him too. That was crazy. How long have you been a Rams fan? I've been a Rams fan my whole life, ever since I was born in St. Louis. What do you think about Nick Bortles? I assume you mean Blake Bortles. I don't think he should be a Rams starter, but he's a solid backup. My free agency wish list: one, get Galladay; two, get middle linebacker; three, get a better O line. Yeah, it's gonna be tough with the cap situations, but sounds like a good one. I don't think we'll get Galladay. Um, if as long as we don't trade Cup or Woods, which I don't see why. I said in my video that you could do that. I don't want them to do that, but as long as you don't trade those guys, I think Jefferson, Cup, and Woods are good enough, but they aren't like speed threats. So, um, My favorite game this year was when they played the Bills, but we lost. Still a good game. Yeah, I thought they were actually gonna make the comeback and win this. I was I was so heartbroken after that from Darius Williams, but after that he had a good game against the Giants, and then he had really a great year. Um, don't believe in the media where they have tons of fans show up in big games. Yeah, but if we don't keep Goff or Wolford, who do you think we will get? Well, I don't think that we're gonna get rid of Wolford, and I don't think we're gonna get rid of Cup unless, or yeah, Goff. I mean, sorry about that. I don't think we'll get rid of Goff unless it's a trade, and if we trade him, we probably have some idea for quarterback. So I don't think we'll get rid of either of those guys unless they have plans on picking up Deshaun Watson or something like that. Most 49ers fans I encountered in my area are one-dimensional. Yeah, maybe Matthew Stafford, possibly. All right, do you guys want to get into the talk about the QB? I mean, we're kind of already doing that, but who do you guys can let me know. Start now, dropping your predictions on who should be QB. I'm gonna just put mine in there. Mm. Yeah, okay. So here's where I stand about the QB. Obviously, it would be great to get Deshaun Watson, and that would be an amazing trade. I don't know how they'd pull off, but if they get Watson, I'd want him. If not, try to target somebody in free agency, somebody maybe like Matthew Stafford, or like just try to trade for somebody. Um, try to get somebody like that. And if it comes down to us this upcoming season with just having Goff and Wolford, I would want to see Wolford start week 1, but I would say put Goff in, let him know what the stakes are with his position, let him know what type of play you expect, and if he doesn't put it up, his job could be taken. And if he plays poorly, put in Wolford and then go from there. Yeah, Inferno Productions Wolford if we don't get Watson. Do the Rams even have enough cap for Watson? Well, I think that they do have enough cap if they got rid of Goff and if they traded other players away too, that would help. And if anything, I don't think they'd have to do this. They could restructure some contracts with Cup and Woods. I don't know why I was just stumbling on those sentences. If we don't get Watson, definitely stick with Goff. All in Adventures, what this isn't offensive or anything, but what do you see out of Goff that you like? Do you like his accuracy, his experience? Like, what do you like about him? Because I have been a Goff fan. There's a Goff jersey right here that I have. Um, let's see. I got game 12. We can pay it a little later. And release Goff as well. Who do you think if we let's see? Who do you think would perform the best at the Rams QB? This is just a hypothetical thing. Who do you think would play better, Wolford or Trey Lance? If we somehow found a way to get Lance. Okay, Michael says, I don't know because Wolford and Watson runs the ball, but if I was to choose, I'll pick Watson because to me Wolford runs the ball, but throw needs to or but some throw he does is not accurate. I agree. His accuracy needs to get a little bit better, but I like the fact that he takes shots and that he scrambles. I have a long theory on our QB. I commented on your Deshaun Watson video. Please check out my replies in the comment. That's true. I did actually see that. I just wanted to know if there's just one specific thing, like one trait that jumps out to you about Goff that you like, or if you just like that he has experience, or like have you always been a fan of him? Yeah, I say Wolford too. Hold on a second. Mm, who would you guys want to get if let's just say there was no cap thing, like there wouldn't be too high cap, or like you just want a speedy receiver in free agent or with the trade. Who would you want to get? Like if we would somehow be able to get Henry Ruggs, I know there's no way, but if we were able to get him, imagine having him on the Rams roster. That speed, like talk about if we got him, that would be such an upgrade for a speedy receiver. Depressed Clippers fan, we need Watson. Yeah, we do. Although I think we can fare without Watson, he would definitely for sure make us a Super Bowl team. At 11 Gaming says, I like Goff, he just needs better decision making. I agree. His decision making also he seemed to regress in that department a little bit this year. Do you watch football or basketball? Sorry about that. Yes, I do watch basketball. I tend to not watch as much when it's like these months or January. I do love myself some March Madness. I definitely watch that, but I usually tend to start watching NBA basketball more towards the playoffs, just because there's so many games in the basketball season. Just imagine having the 2018 offense with 2020 schedule. We can go 16-0 and win a Super Bowl. Yeah, just imagine having a 2018 offense, 2020 schedule, and 2020 defense. We would definitely win a Super Bowl. Cam Akers was a steal for us. He was, and I did actually make a video how I thought he was going to be a stud. He started off a little bit slow, but they didn't really start him, and since then he's just kind of took off. I love seeing those Wildcat packages too. Um, do you play football? I do play it, like throwing it around. I know we have a lot of people in our family, so we can't go to like actually play football because there'd be too many practices and things to keep track of. So if I could play football, I would definitely do that. I like Goff a lot, but he has off days, and I don't know why it was. I don't know why if that was fixed, but I'd like to keep him. I'm depressed Clippers fan after Game 7 versus the Nuggets. Yeah, same. Texans fans believe that Watson is staying. Eh, I think the only reason why he could stay is because of a contract or somehow the organization holds him back. But yeah. Um okay, On Adventure says, what do you think which team deserves Watson the most besides the Rams? Probably Jets. Well, yeah, it's hard to tell. I if he doesn't go to the Rams, I would want him to go to the Bears, the Jets. Um Not too many teams I can think of, but those are like my top two ones. I don't like the Jets how they somehow beat us this year when they were just completely defeated, but that's a tough question to answer. I want to say the 49ers deserve him the most, but I don't because it's the 49ers. Who's your favorite Rams player? Like I said earlier in the stream, I'm wearing a Ramsey jersey right now. I have a Ramsey picture up there. I do like Ramsey a lot. I've always liked Darnold, obviously, because he's a big name. When Gurley was in his prime, he's my favorite player, but he's not in the Rams, so I can't really call him my Rams favorite player. But probably between Cup, Woods, Ramsey, or Donald. Couldn't help but noticing that the play calling was very conservative and very predictable. That didn't help Goff at all, added to regress decision making, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with you, Leo. If he went to the Dolphins, there'd be a problem. Yeah, that Dolphins game was tough to watch this year for the Rams. Man, that turnover game, that was like another game this year where just like Goff regressed even more and seemed they bounced back the week after, but still seems to be in his head a little bit. Do you think the Browns should have beat the Chiefs? Yes, they blew a couple of their opportunities at the end, and also that call where it wasn't helmet to helmet on the goal line and it was a touchback. That one too. I don't think it should have been that. So I think the Browns definitely should have won, and I think sorry about that. The Chiefs are very beatable because all their games that they're winning, they're close. So, what do you think will play or will be QB? I think Goff will not. Well, I think they're gonna unless they pick up somebody in the off season, I think they're gonna stick with Goff week one, let him know they're gonna let him know what's at stake as far as his job goes, what he needs to do to stay on the team, not as his role, and if that doesn't happen, and if he doesn't play well, they'll use Wolford and then go from there. I think we're better than the Jets, but we were unmotivated and thought we had a free win. Yeah, I agree. And that O-line was horrible, that Finns game. Yeah. Gotta get a drink real quick. Do any of you watch Jake Ellenbogen, the Rams channel? I watch him a lot. I think he's a good guy, and if you haven't subbed to him, you should go sub to him. Rams need an O-line, linebackers, and a QB. Yeah, O-line is definitely important. Linebackers, it depends because Brandon Staley found a way to make the linebackers not important and put it more on the cornerbacks and the defensive backs. So depends on what Raheem Morris wants to do. But he invested in a better mic. Yeah, I don't usually do streams too much. Sorry if the video quality is bad. I'm just basing it off of this um, headphone set. So you're right. But I'm not gonna invest on one right now. Hi, Baseball 16. That's right, Rams House. Didn't mean to call you out, lol, Rams House. Yeah, I get it, Mystery. I understand why you said that because I would probably say the same thing. Do you have a pet? Yeah, I actually do. I have a dog. Her name's Roxy, and she's a Ridgeback Pit Bull mix. Do you guys think that if we got Stafford, that he would actually do well in this offense? Because for some reason, not really decision making, but I feel like he'd almost be like Goff because he can't even move. And McVay wants quarterbacks that are mobile, and he didn't draft Goff, he inherited Goff. Goff just needs protection at all times to do his very best. No protection, and he freaks out and makes bad decisions. I hold my breath each time I see him under pressure. I know, I do the same thing. It's like I'm sitting on the couch, I see the pressure coming, or like what looks to be a blitz, and I squeeze whatever's around me. I just get so stressed when I see the pressure because I know how bad he handles it. But I didn't do that when Wolford was in. If you can add one player to the Rams, who would it be? Um, are you saying it doesn't matter how much they cost and like it wouldn't be a huge cap hit, just like if I could add one player, what would it be? Because I'm curious. I'm gonna start thinking about that because I'm not sure. I love Goff. Wolford was fun to watch. Yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, so you're saying just any player. Um, probably a guy, probably a guy like Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson because I feel like everywhere else we're pretty solid, and I would just want a mobile QB that's good. Okay, hopefully we can get Watson. We should trade Goff and our first round pick. I don't think we have a first round pick. I don't think we have one for like a long time. What do you think about our new defensive coordinator? I did make a video about this yesterday. It's hard to tell. I haven't done too much film on him yet. He did have the 29th ranked defense on the Falcons, which isn't a positive. But again, the fact that you have guys like Aaron Donald, Ramsey, Brockers, and like you have playmakers on there, so that should make him better. I don't think he's going to be as good as Staley, but he'll still be good. Um, I just don't see the Texans going for that trade. For what trade? What trade are you talking about, Mr. E? Because not this year. We have a pick in 2022. Yeah. And Jake Ellenbogen video about Goff. He said that Goff does not do good under a blitz, but bad under pressure. They're two complete different things. That's true. Yeah, I do watch Jake Ellenbogen too. He's a good guy. How often are you going to stream? That's actually a question for you guys. How often would you like me to stream? Do you enjoy streams? Because I mainly do it for what you guys want, and I thought that it would just be cool to interact with you guys, see what your opinions on this, rather than just like comments. Stream like once a week. Um, yeah, it's crazy. If you watch Jake Ellenbogen, he streams like every day. It's kind of crazy of what type of grind he's on. I hope we get to 1K subs soon too. That'd be great. But again, I like to do this for you guys and your enjoyment. Baseball 16, I have been a Rams fan my whole life. Was born in St. Louis and moved to Los Angeles. I didn't like it at the time, but I like them whatever they do because I lived through the pain of the St. Louis days. I'd like you to stream twice a week. Thanks for your input, Michael, I guess. I'm gonna go for a few minutes, but I'll be back. All right. You should stream Tuesday and Thursday. Um, um, possibly. Those are some school days though. Should I sub on my alternate accounts? Um, it's up to you, but I don't usually like people who do that because I like the subscribers only because I know like more people are watching, and if it's alternate accounts, I know that they're just kind of fake. I like your Rams room. Thank you. I have a lot of Rams stuff. Even there's this corner wall over there that I'm looking at that I have a lot more stuff. Um, a lot of the stuff that I made, like the banner behind me right there, the helmet, which I'm not too proud of that helmet, and then that Ramsey picture. There's even a Woods one, but you can't see it. Um, so I definitely like to add to the room. I like your Rams room. What do you think of the mascot Rampage? I like Rampage a lot. What about Jared Goff, Tony? Like and subscribe for good luck for the rest of your life. Oh, you're against trading Goff? What's your reason for that, Tony? Do you like Goff? Have you been a fan, or like, do you think there's a specific reason why he's not doing the best? Do you hate the most in NFC West for me? Okay, which team do you hate most in NFC West? For you, it's the Seahawks. I don't like the Seahawks too, but I think it's definitely the 49ers. I don't know. Something about them I've always just hated. They seem so cocky too. And the thing about them is they're so hard to beat, so. Um, Annette, you think once a week? My name is David. Ep1 game or Epic 11 Gaming. I keep messing up on that pronunciation. And for QBs like Gardner Minshew or Drew Lock, tied competition for JG Watson is a far reach in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely a far reach. I would be honestly surprised if we got him, but at the same time, Lesney seems to work some magic. I hate the Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals in that order. Yeah, something about it to me about the Cardinals just doesn't bother me. Obviously, if they beat the Rams all the time, I'd probably hate them, but something about the Cardinals, I'm always just fine with them. I don't know what it is about them, but they also don't ever seem to pull like they have great players, but I think McVay's beaten them like 8 times in a row or something. Jared brought us to a Super Bowl. That's true because we didn't have the number one defense back then, but we did have great offensive line. At the time before the end of the season, he had a prime Todd Gurley, so it's debatable. My most hated team is the Niners. I honestly don't have a problem with the Cards at all. I know that's the same for me. I think that the Niners, they're just always annoying. I don't know what it is about them. And the Cardinals, even though they're in the division, they just never seem to bother me. Um, uh, what's your favorite Rams player before this year? Mine is Eric Dickerson. Oh, are you saying of all time? I've been a Rams fan since they were in LA the first time they went to St. Louis. Wow, that's crazy. 2020 was more of a down year for JG than 2019 JG. Uh, Potentially. I think that Jared Goff, I think in 2019 he threw more picks. Or turned the ball over, I should say. Do you have a PS4? No, I have an Xbox. Okay, F11 Gaming. Yes, of all time. My favorite player of all time. There's a lot of great ones, and the hard thing about all time is that I didn't get to watch Eric Dickerson or Kurt Warner on the Rams, really. Um, so I don't know if I can say all time. I'd probably say Aaron Donald though. Jared, if you're saying Xbox or PlayStation, like if I have it or my opinion on it. Uh, Need to keep Goff and bring in as much competition as possible to scare him and most definitely motivate him to learn and his routine instead of make his play routine instead of reactive. Oh yeah, Tony, I did like Torry Holt too. Baseball 16, you like Marshall Faulk? Yeah, he was a crazy. We had a lot of crazy running backs in our history, including Todd Gurley. I just always wish that Todd Gurley didn't have his knee arthritis problem because I think he could definitely have been Hall of Fame quarterback. It's just crazy how short his career came and went. Who's the most underrated or who's most over and underrated Rams player? Most overrated, it's kind of hard to tell because a lot of players I feel like are rated right, like Darnold and stuff like that. I might even say Jared Goff, and the most underrated Rams player, I'd probably say a guy like Darius Williams or Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp. The Lakers. Will Akers been the next great Rams running back? Yeah, I definitely think he's got a shot. Probably gonna finish up the stream last like when we hit the hour mark, last 4 minutes of the stream. You guys can ask me any questions about the Rams and whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I hope that you guys want to see more of these because I think it was fun to interact with you guys. Akers is going to be a future Hall of Fame. Call me crazy, but that's what I think. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be. He has a great shot at Hall of Fame. Again, what did you guys think of the Wildcat packages? Because I think that was crazy to see, and I was so glad he actually scored on one. And McVay even said in a press conference, Akers could have thrown it to Goff, but so it's kind of cool to think that those play calls could be in the future. Would you like yellow? You is next. Oh, are you saying yellow uniform? Because if so, I definitely say yes. The Bengals are getting new uniforms? Really? Bro, I know John Wolford can do it. He just needs his chance. Yeah, me too. I think that he can definitely do it. It's unfortunate we saw a game and like not even a quarter worth of John Wolford because I it would have been crazy to see what if I'm not saying this was gonna happen, but what if he went on and won a Super Bowl? That would have been crazy. Thought on new uniforms and logo. Well, I do like this logo, right there. I do like that one a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the LA logo that they came out with, and I love the uniforms. I'd love to see them get an all yellow one in. Mm. But I do hope that Wilford gets a chance next year, and I think that he will. Even if Goff is, let's just say Goff plays like he did last year, I'm pretty sure he could get traded or something like that, along those lines where he's off the team. But I think McVay, you can see when Jared Goff is playing and he throws those interceptions or just makes mistakes all the time, you can see that McVay is getting frustrated. Like if when they pan in on his face, it looks like he knows whose problem it is. Are you the only Rams fan or do you have a family? Um, my older sister is a Rams fan, but she's in California, so I don't really see her. So I'm pretty. Nobody really goes against the Rams on Sunday unless it's against their team. But my family likes, let me see, Bears, Steelers, Packers, Bengals, Eagles, Giants, and I'm pretty sure that's it. And then I'm a Rams fan, so I honestly want a dark gray with royal blue and golden yellow design jerseys. Yeah, I think that could be cool, but I don't think that's gonna happen, but that would be cool to see. Baseball 16, do you play any sports? Again, I like basketball and I like football. I can't play on a team just because of how many people we have in our family and we wouldn't have enough time for all the practices for different people. But football is my favorite sport and I'd play it if I could. But I definitely do pass outside. Family over everything. Yeah, that's right. Mm. Just gonna say this real quick before we go. What was your guys' favorite game of all, not of all time? Um, since the Rams moved back to LA, what was your favorite game that you watched? Because mine was for sure Rams versus Chiefs. That's just easy. Rams versus Chiefs is my favorite one, but I want to know what yours is. Chiefs game, Rams at Chiefs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be most people's guess or picks on what their favorite game is. I think if I had to, yeah, Chiefs game, yep, Rams Chiefs, duh, easy. I love football and soccer together as well as hockey, basketball, and baseball. Rams Chiefs 100%. Was there ever a period of time you? Oh, was there ever a period in time that you didn't watch Rams? No way. The Rams were never like on TV all the time. Obviously, when they're in St. Louis, this is what I said earlier in the stream. I would just watch the scoreboards on NFL Network, like watch the ball move like that. I watched every game, and still up to this point, I watch every game I can. Um, Chiefs and Rams Monday night. Chiefs. You from LA? No, I'm from St. Louis. Whose house? Rams house. That's right. I think just gonna wrap it up here. But my second favorite game since Rams moved back to LA was the Cowboys and Rams in the divisional round. That was so fun to watch Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson go off and our defense play well against Zeke. That was definitely really fun. And I think that was the first Rams game I ever saw where they won a playoff or Rams playoff game that I ever saw them win. So a lot more Rams games were on TV down there in St. Louis. NFC Championship. Oh yeah, that was a good one too, Henry Ford. Very stressful, but that was a good one. All right, have a good time later. Yep, guys, I'm wrapping this up. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna let you know when the next stream comes out. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I can do community posts and tell you more specifically rather than just the post of the scheduled time. Until then, Rams house, God bless.